So let's start with the quote. The quote is, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. And that's Jim Ryan. Um, so I was dickering. I was already running late. And I was like, I have to, like, my husband was talking to me. And I'm like, I have to go. I haven't even picked up my quote for the night. And I'm already behind because it was already after 7. So then I came in and I dickered for like 20 more minutes. And I was like, just pick something. They're all gonna be fine. Like it's gonna be fine. So I was overthinking things. Surprise. But motivation and habit are definitely things I am working on improving in general. I'm taking some different approaches lately to try and build better habits and better motivation and better consistency. And it's not really over. I don't have like a lot of deep thoughts this evening about it, but it is just one of those things where better habits are better. Figuring out how to stoke your own motivation is better. Um, and, even at, my age, not that I'm like super old and wizened or anything, but like still struggle with like trying to figure out how to maintain that shit without backsliding too much. And I know that a lot of my quotes and things that I'm thinking about lately have been about improving those things, overcoming feelings of overwhelm and anxiety, and just um, doing things so that I can learn how to do the things better. Um, Fighting against my lack of knowledge because I like to have like a lot of details and a lot of information, but if I never actually apply those things to a thing, then I'm just gathering information and just overwhelming myself. Like that doesn't help. So I've been working on different methods of habit building and how to keep myself motivated. Was it this morning? Was it this morning that I finished up another short? I think that might have been yesterday, now that I think about it. Let me just take a quick peek. I'm going to have to do this, though, so that I don't end up inadvertently streaming something on here that I didn't mean to. Does it tell me the dates? Not unless I look at them. Don't really want to do that. I just want to... It doesn't tell me when. It doesn't tell me. It doesn't have the information description. Does it tell me when this was posted? It does not. 22 hours ago. There we go. It doesn't tell me the date, but it tells me how long ago. 22 hours ago. So that was yesterday that I finished it up and posted it. So that's, awesome. And actually, if you were here with me before, or just to give a brief overview, I had highlighted some things from my stream with the intention of trying to cut them down to some shorts for the practice, see if I could do it. And the first one I did a horrible job on. I was really disappointed with it. And the second one I did was much, much easier, and it took me far less time because I wasn't so methodical. I was a little bit more intentional. Because method, I don't know, it just removed like continuity, I think is probably the best thing. So it's like, yeah, you can go. I'm going to cut all the silences out. And then I'm going to cut all the ums and likes and uhs out. And then I'm going to cut out, this little bit of the story is really not necessarily this little bit here. And by the time I was done, it was just disjointed. So the second time I just kind of trusted, like I'd listen to the whole thing and then I'd be like, okay, I know I can cut this, this, and this, and this. So then I would cut those things and then made sure that everything made sense when I put it back together, and then I would listen to it again, and then it would become more and more obvious what things needed to be removed. And my shorts are still a little bit longer than I'd like them to be, mostly because I'm fucking wordy as hell, apparently. But, you know, not too shabby getting used to doing the editing thing. So I wouldn't call it a habit yet. I would definitely say I'm motivated right now to try and make it a habit. But you know, I'm working on stuff like that about cleaning tasks and about decluttering tasks and about things modifying how I do things at work to make myself more and more efficient. And I feel like I've been doing that at work much easier than I have in my home life, maybe because it's like I'm applying it to not anything that it's not a space I live in, it's not a space I share with my loved ones, it's not personal, it's a different outlook on the stuff I'm managing, the space I'm managing, and the expectations of the people with me versus my own home and my own space and my own crap. Like I work in a library and I've worked in a library for a long time now and library like settings. And I've had people tell me, your house must be immaculate. And it's like, nobody pays me to clean my house. Nobody does that. So it's always been a struggle for me because it's just like, I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't like cleaning. I don't like dusting. I don't want to do maintenance crap at home. But I find that the stuff I am trying to improve at home is stuff that I have learned and become consciously aware of at work lately. And if I can just apply that methodology to my home life and my habits life and my content creation life, and stop listening to the petulant 4-year-old that lives in my brain that's like, I don't wanna, then in the end it'll be for the best. So, and you know, there's lots of people that will tell you how to do all of that stuff, how to do it better, the things you're doing that other people, like people who are better at it that do that you don't. But whether or not you try and repeat or copy the things that those other people do, it may or may not work for you. Because how you interpret it and how you actually implement those things may be completely different than how they do. And they are not you. They don't have your brain chemistry. They don't have your, you know, your baggage. They don't have your financial life. Like they're a different person than you with completely different circumstances. So don't feel defeated if you're I've read all the books and I've listened to all the people and I've gone to all the seminars and I still can't do it. Don't give up. Just keep trying to do it differently. And just because someone says it's not the right way to do it, if it works for you, do that shit. And just accept that you are not that person. You can be your own person and it's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And then just work on those like small changes like we've been talking about. Anyway, I feel like it's all like obviously all connected because it's all through my lens, but I also, you know, sometimes I think people hide that stuff because they feel like someone's going to shame them for it or not understand or whatever. So I feel like the more people that talk about, hey, I'm struggling with that crap, like I'm struggling to keep my toilet clean regularly, or I don't wash my bath towels enough, or I forget to do maintenance on my car, or forget to do whatever the fuck it is. I get really good for like 3 months and then it just all blah, 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 falls apart, you know, like it's okay. It's okay. You're not alone. I'm not alone. And, you know, I'm willing to put it out there because not everybody is. And I'm fortunate enough that since I don't do a lot of self-promotion, that I don't have people really coming in and saying, your stuff is crap and you're lazy and you're this, that, and the other, which, you know, they can say, you know, I don't care. I meant to talk about it not long ago. I got my first thumbs down on YouTube and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if I'm going to like that, like how that's going to feel. And, you know, I have 2 now. Which I was like, all right. And I kind of just viewed it as like, maybe they just were like, this is not for me. And worst case scenario, they're like, I hate this person and never want to see them. I don't care. Like, that's their opinion. They can have it. There's plenty of other people creating stuff out there. Um, and I hope they find what they're looking for. You know, I don't take it as malicious intent. And even if they did have malicious intent, I don't have to let it affect me if I don't want to. Um, but where was I going with that? My brain just completely ate where I was going. It was like thoughts. But oh, a lot of times, because I watch other people that clean or declutter or help others out that struggle with, you know, sometimes it's mental disorders, sometimes it's just overwhelm or anxiety or whatever. Whatever the thing is that they're going through, and you'll have the people that are just rude and just shaming them, and it's just like, this is the reason people don't ask for help, is attitudes like that. Like, why? What does it do? Does it make you feel better about you? Does it make you feel superior? Does it make you feel like I've been a judgmental person, and I really try to get away from that. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't make me feel better. Not really. Like, whether or not at the time I thought I was better than that person, like, it's false. It's fake. It's not real. And it has no substance. It's like eating air. Like if I ate a whole bunch of cotton candy, I wouldn't feel like I ate a meal. You know, it's like, it's kind of like that, where it's just like, but you crave it because like your brain gets stuck in this cycle of like judgment superiority thing. But it's like, you're actually hurting the people that you're judging. Like you're stepping on them and saying that they're shitty, while also, like, shoving them down with your negative outlook on their existence, which you're not even a part of. Anyway, I don't need to get on my soapbox about that. But that is part of why I'm like, I need to share this shit. I need to share that I'm struggling with things. I'm looking at a desk stand that has papers I haven't thrown away or dealt with, and a dust and all that crap. And it's fine. Like, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. I'll get to it and I'll figure it out. But if you're struggling with that shit too, it's okay. You're not alone. Anyway, we don't need to keep going. I thought I was going to pick a really simple quote. And then I should have known when I was dickering about the quote that I was going to be like, tangent woman. Because, and another thing, and another thing, and another thing, because it's all connected. And I'm going through a lot. And managing a lot, and dealing with a lot. And I like to yammer. So,